All right, so this video is to show you what one of the most practical uses is for the gold drop. There's quite a few different uses for it, but one of the things I deal with all the time is I get fine gold from the gold mine, and it's just literally impossible to get that black sand out of the gold. And let me show you what this looks like. So you can see that there's a lot of gold in there. There's 59.49 grams worth of material here. The problem is there's still a lot of black sand in it. So of course we have our tried and true method of getting rid of the black sand, and that is to pan it off. You can see a little bit of floating there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pan this and get it down to as clean a gold as I can, and I'm going to do it all the way as far as I can by panning it and without getting completely frustrated and losing a lot of the gold. And then what I'll do is I'll speed it up and we'll figure out the elapsed time. It just magically reappears. Cool stuff, huh? Black sand magically reappearing. It's like a magic trick. Now it's gold. Now it's black. And on and on and on. And it just gets to be crazy. So I'm actually not going to do any more. I'm getting fed up with that. But I do want you to see the amount of gold in the bottom. You can see that I lost a lot of gold. So what I'm going to do now is, that was 5.5 minutes of real time, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to reset my camera over here on the gold drop, and you'll see that I have the gold drop set up. This is an invention by Richmond, Sluice Goose Industries. It is really the secret weapon to getting gold out of black sand, getting microfine gold. I do my setup a little different than John because I'm not processing a lot of material. I actually have my system down to one bucket. I have a tailings bucket in the back that catches the tailings in case there's anything that comes out. But really what we're going to do is I'm going to set up my camera down here, and then I'll also film it from above, and you're going to see just the amazing job that the Sluice Goose does. Be right back. All right, so we now have all of the black sand and gold back in this main pan. We have a camera running real time down there so you can see the recovery. We have a system that has no gold in the bottom of it. And I'm going to hand this over to the assistant, and I'm going to wash the gold into the funnel so you can see this real time. What I'm going to do is I'll do a countdown on 3 because this happens really quick. So I will play the video and I will splice over top of the video. I'll splice the lower camera onto it. So on 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so that just took about 5 seconds to wash all of the gold out of the gold pan. And what I have going on now is I've set the water to half a gallon per minute, which is too much, and I know it is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to slowly lower the water down to about a gallon a minute. You can see now that I'm down to 0.45. You can see the gold collecting in the bottom. And you can see it in the vertical clean out tube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it down to about 0.35, 0.37, which will start to allow just a little bit of the black sand to come out. So when we get it down to where we have just a little bit of the black sand coming out, then we know that we have all of the gold. You can see it's falling like snowflakes. Adjust this. There you go. There's still gold coming out. And you have to realize that I'm doing this for a final cleanup to get my gold down to the cleanest possible. 0.35 gallons per minute. So just over a third of a gallon per minute. You can see the gold is still coming down, but for the most part, we got most of it. You can still see a little bit of light sand in the tube. I'll come up here and show you. You can see that the sand is staying up in the waste tube. Down here we have gold. And what I'm going to do is I will call that close enough. So I've shut off the water. I'm going to shut the gate, and then we will do this together and show you how clean this is from one pass. Look at that. That is taking it real slow, quite literally 2 minutes to much cleaner gold than you can ever get by panning it by hand. So that is the gold drop.